Hi, I'm Sal with Omni-Versal. We do business customer matchmaking, finding the best customers for your business and businesses finding the best customers. We're based out of El Paso, Texas. So these tips are mostly the ideas I get for the businesses in El Paso, but this could apply for many other businesses in any other area. So this is a new year, 2023. Here are some tips that may help you reach new customers. This is one of the most searched questions for business owners. So here are some tips that may help you reach new customers. We'll start backwards. So number 6, boosting reviews. We have a podcast where we talk about social issues or social constructs and stuff. And one of them was data versus anecdotes, which one of the parts of it was doing reviews versus star ratings. So if you had to choose one or the other, just star ratings or just reviews, which one would you trust more? And we ended up agreeing that we would probably go with anecdotes more than data. I think it's just a human thing that we do, whether it makes sense or not, but not that it isn't data, excuse me, but if it happens enough, then it kind of does become data. So these anecdotal blurbs, if you boost your reviews, these are all very good because you can boost the ones that are very positive reviews. And people see these the most. You can post them on your website right next to a product that you're trying to sell or a service. Boost your top 3, maybe on social media. If people have been on the fence as to whether to try out your business or not, this is a good one to try out. Number 5, emphasize your strengths. So this has something to do with, well, a lot of times businesses will get a customer because they went somewhere else and they kind of messed up their order or their service that they went for. Let's say it's a car and they went in to get something fixed and it wasn't fixed or they made it worse, so now they go somewhere else. If you're that somewhere else, maybe there's a consistent pattern that they're always coming to you for, like, oh yeah, they messed this up, so I'm coming here now. And you kind of pick up on this pattern, like, oh yeah, so-and-so is always messing this up. So that's a strength for you. You can magnify that, advertise that, put it on your door, or emphasize that on social media. This is so-and-so's place where we don't mess this up, or this part, or where we do this something in a particular way that is usually problematic in other places. You can emphasize it in different ways, like I mentioned, mentioning it on social media, adding it to receipts at the little thing at the bottom. Sometimes it has just a little slogan for your business. Maybe this can become not necessarily your slogan, depending, I guess, how you word it, but it can be something that's beneficial. You can put it on a sticker that you add to orders, whether it's a product, like if you're selling coffee or something, you can put it on a little sticker. Just post it around to kind of get that in your customers' heads that this is the place to come, and put it on your website. This is also anywhere that they can start relating this message with themselves and to you and your business, that this is a place to come to get that service done correctly. Next one is shareable content. And this one is easier said than done, but the old school days of advertising doesn't work anymore, where come in and buy this. People like buying, but they don't like being sold to. Okay, and this, I hear this consistently on also the Future YouTube channel. It's a great channel for business stuff. Really, they make you think a little bit deeper about common business misconceptions and how business is changing. So definitely check them out. I'll have a link. This used to work because as a seller, you used to know more about your product than the customer. Now with, like we mentioned earlier, reviews and unboxings, you know a little bit more what to expect, or just even people posting. That doesn't have to be an unboxing if it's like a solid product, but if it's a service, people mention it now, and so you know a little bit what to expect. And even though you're selling it, sometimes it's still the mental image in the customer's head is hard to change. So it's really something you have to get over. And so what shareable content does is you almost have to think of your favorite commercials. A lot of times the product is just kind of in the background, or it's just a prop in the commercial. a lot of times they're not saying, yeah, come buy this, even if it says, like, Doritos are very popular for their Doritos commercials. They're not telling you to buy Doritos. They're just showing you what can happen when you buy Doritos. So that's something that you can do in your content. Think of door-to-door salesmen, especially now. Like, we just had solar panel people come, and it was very annoyed for how they were kind of treating the situation, especially since we have a no soliciting sign. But anyway, yeah, so try to think of how your product is placed into their life. It could just be how it makes it better. It could just be something how it can make their drive better, or how it can make somebody else happy, or how their life could be without it. Also, not necessarily what their life is with it, but without it, such as the Got Milk commercials. That was the whole emphasis on what your life is like without milk. Okay. Think of funny content, or think of content you would share with your friends. So think of something that's funny, either heartfelt, very useful, satisfying, cringy. And even the cringy doesn't mean you're going to make your business cringy. It's just maybe, again, what your life would be like without it. So maybe your life could be, you could be in a cringy moment without this. And if you had it, it wouldn't be. Get away from buy this or being commanded to do something. I think might be a little more effective. And the shareability starts spreading out. And so that starts getting into other customers, starts breaking your own bubble. You start reaching new people. Number 3 is secrets revealed. So back when I was younger, they used to have the magician's show, Secrets Revealed. And I honestly don't remember how controversial it was, if magicians were against this or not, but you might think it might have a negative effect on your business. Like, I'm going to spill my secrets as to how I do this. I have the best pastries in town. I have the best process to do a certain something. A lot of times, I think what people are looking for is your expertise. Why should they trust you? So, for example, if you're just selling pastries, if there's no hook to it. If somebody else comes along that has better pastries, then now how do you stand out past them? So if they start getting a little more involved into how you know things, that builds a trust between you and the customer, and they start understanding why you choose the things that you do. You're doing it a certain way because you have an experience, and you're not doing it the other way because it comes out a different way. And that might be a preference, but at least they start understanding your decision making, why you're doing things a certain way. This could also be, now, for example, this could reach new markets also. Let's say you're a baker or mechanic. Your customers that you have right now are your customers. So they're coming in for you for baked goods or coming into you for car services. But now what if they're trying to learn to bake or fix cars? Now, if you start doing videos on baking tips, car tips, things to watch out for, maintenance, and then you try it and it works, they start trusting you now. And so that starts building up your credibility that you're someone reliable in this field that they can rely on. And they have a friend that, hey, something happened to my car. Like, oh, I know this guy that I watch on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever it is. They show me how to fix cars, and I tried this and it worked. Or the baking thing, same thing. Chef Ramsay gives away his cooking techniques. Would you be able to have a successful restaurant with all his techniques? No, part of it is the experience. So it's not necessarily that you're giving away your secrets. There's still more to it than just your secret and how to do it. It's your expertise. Selling to competitors. Now this one sounds a little, what you would be selling to your competitors isn't your actual product, because they obviously know how to do it, but maybe it's something that you faced as an obstacle. What do you guys have in common? You guys are both businesses targeting the same people. So maybe you came across something like, or you let's say something that you're trying to organize, finances or something. If you have a spreadsheet that finally helped you save a lot of time, that you don't have to do this a certain way, then that spreadsheet, if it's that's something you could be able to sell to your competitors. Or maybe it's an email template for conversions, or how to get more email subscribers or repeat customers, some sort of tactic or strategy that you've created. Then that's something that could be sold to your competitors, and that creates a new market. Depending how valuable it is to them, that's depending on what the price that you could sell it for. And number one, it's my favorite one. This is, I think, the best one, and that is to your loyal customers. Treat your loyal customers, give them the royal treatment. Okay, so sometimes you guys know which your loyal customers are, or at least your frequent customers. What do you know about them? Do you know their name? Do they know your name? Do they have a regular thing they come to? If you're at a restaurant, do they always order that same thing? If it's a service, do they always come for that same service? So how often do they come? You can start learning a little bit about their pattern, and once you do, then you can start giving them that special treatment. It doesn't take a lot, so it could just be like upgrading their meal. It could have their order out ahead of others, give them a little discount, or have a special place or table. They always come, like, let's say it's a coffee house, they always come to work. You can give them somewhere quiet or somewhere that's away from everybody, or something that would be beneficial to them. This makes them realize that they are just as important to your business as you are to them. Okay. So if this were to happen to you, what would be one of the next things you would do? You would probably tell one of your friends about it. So kind of picture these two scenarios. Kim is your loyal customer. Chloe is her friend. Kim just told Chloe about her experience at your shop. She talked about how she loves this place already, and now they went a step further to get a few perks. Scenario 2, Chloe just came across your ad on Instagram about your place. It's a really great reel or carousel or whatever, and it's been running pretty good, and it's boosted and reaching a lot of people and having really positive impact. From which of these scenarios is likely to convert? Which one is likely to have more of an impact on Chloe? Something from her friend that she already trusts, or something from an ad on Instagram that she just saw? Her friend is probably already is pretty credible, so she's going to go along with, like, okay, next time I need this service, I'll go to this place. Also, it is important to note that this doesn't mean you have to give special treatment to everyone. Figure out who your loyal customers are. If you do this to a non-loyal customer, just kind of a random customer, it can become an expectation, and so this can kind of backfire. If they got the special treatment this one time they came, and then the next time they come, they don't get a special treatment, then that can backfire on your business. All right, so that's pretty much it for these top 6. My favorite one, again, being number 1. Follow us if you'd like to get some more. Again, we're Omni-Versal. We're business and customer matchmaking. We're trying to pair up the right customers with the right business, and vice versa, the right business with the right customers. We try to build a community of followers, and we try to show all the businesses in El Paso, tell them what they have, and then display it to our followers and see what they think. See if this is a match for them or for a business that they're looking for. All right, hope you found this useful. See you next time. Bye.